Well, an amazing story is unfolding in Beloit this week, and after more than 60 years, a long-lost soldier is coming back home today. George Ingram was among 52 servicemen killed when their plane crashed in Alaska back in 1952. His remains were never found until 4 years ago, and it's a long journey home for one Beloit man who will finally be buried with honor.
The military has a saying, "No man left behind," and they definitely live up to that.
The ultimate sacrifice should result in tremendous honor. But for Airman First Class George Ingram, he never had that chance until now.
When you're lost in circumstances like that, it's usually forever. And it whelms you up with a little bit of emotion when you get thinking about it.
He was just 23 years old among 52 servicemen on a C-124 plane heading for Alaska. But when the weather turned rough, the plane struck the side of a mountain and went down. 6 days later, some of the wreckage was found, but nothing else. And for 60 years, nothing turned up, and many left to wonder.
They have a very small window to get in there. It's very inhospitable, so they're flying in. They got teams working there in pretty harsh conditions. It's on a glacier, so it's pretty harsh.
The wreckage hadn't moved, but the glacier for which the wreckage was on did, by 12 miles. And from there, a complicated task of bringing George home started 4 years ago.
You have to go through the locating family members that are still alive, getting DNA samples, then the DNA process itself being completed.
At the time, he was survived by his parents and 7 brothers. They're all gone now. Ingram's mom and dad lay side by side in Beloit, just steps from where George's final resting place will be 63 years later.
It's definitely an honor to be even a small part of bringing George home.
Here's the schedule of events for George Ingram. His remains will arrive in Milwaukee later on this afternoon before a procession down I-43 into Beloit. Thursday morning, the funeral will be held at East Lawn Cemetery at 10 a.m. Ingram will receive a burial with full military honor.